Okay, guys, this is the day we've been waiting for in regards to Magen Fieramusca. Today, she was officially indicted on capital murder and kidnapping charges. We're going to take a few minutes and read over the documents that are available to the public at this time for immediate release on January 28th, 2020. On Tuesday, January 28th, 2020, a grand jury in Travis County indicted 34-year-old Magen Fieramusca with the offenses of capital murder and kidnapping in connection with the death of 33-year-old Heidi Broussard. According to the indictment, on or about the day of December 12, 2019, in the course of kidnapping Broussard and Broussard's daughter, Fieramusca asphyxiated Broussard, intentionally causing her death. Her bond is set at $1 million for capital murder. Bond on the kidnapping charge has been set at $100,000. Now, if you notice, this was filed in Travis County, which is where Austin is located, which seems to indicate that they believe that the murder occurred near or around Austin the day that she was kidnapped. So now let's take a peek at the kidnapping indictment. This says that Magen Fieramusca, on or about the 12th day of December 2019, and before the presentment of this indictment in the county of Travis and state of Texas, did then and there intentionally and knowingly abduct baby Carrie, a minor child, by restraining baby Carrie with the intent to prevent the liberation of baby Carrie by using and threatening to use deadly force against the baby, and by restraining baby Carrie with the intent to prevent the liberation of baby Carrie by secreting and holding the baby in a place where the baby was not likely to be found. And the defendant then and there restrained baby Carrie by restricting the movements of the baby without consent of the baby, so as to substantially interfere with the liberty of the baby by confining the baby and moving the baby from place to place. If this is in fact the evidence they have that Magen was threatening deadly force against the baby and doing what this piece of paper says, I am disgusted and I'm horrified, and there's just certain details that we don't need to know, even though curiosity is getting the best of us. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the murder indictment. So the grand jury has decided that Magen Fieramusca, on or about the 12th day of December and before the presentment of this indictment in the county of Travis and state of Texas, did then and there intentionally cause the death of Heidi Broussard by asphyxiating Heidi by ligature strangulation, and by asphyxiating Heidi with a leash, by asphyxiating Heidi with her hands, and by asphyxiating Heidi in a manner unknown to the grand jury. And the defendant did then and there cause the death of said individual in the course of committing and attempting to commit the offense of kidnapping of Heidi Broussard and baby Carrie. This is basically saying that Magen really didn't plan this out, and it took her quite a bit of time to actually commit the crime, which is horrifying, and it just makes me extremely sad. After this announcement was made that Magen was being charged with capital murder, her defense team released the following. As stated before, we are anxious to review evidence collected thus far and have many of the same questions you do. Unfortunately, despite our continued and persistent requests, the government has yet to disclose any evidence against our client. Sadly, we learned of the capital murder indictment from the media today. The only thing that has been released by the government is our client's protected HIPAA information. While we have taken steps to cure this improper disclosure, these actions beg the question whether this case will be tried to the media or to a court of law. While we all want to believe the government is on the level, justice delayed is justice denied, law enforcement ought to seek justice with fair dealing, and an investigation that seeks to indict and convict based on cognitive bias that law enforcement already has the culprit misses this seeking justice necessity. Exculpatory and mitigating evidence has a shelf life, and too many individuals in our criminal justice system have been delayed or denied this information. We cannot act to fairly and vigorously represent our client when we start defending her with our hands tied and our eyes blindfolded. Justice ought to be blind, not the defense. We are exploring all options at our disposal to vigorously represent Ms. Fieramusca. The prosecution's refusal to provide us with information at this time is contrary even to their own policies, yet this is where we are. Those accused, as well as the public at large, understandably want swift and certain answers from our criminal justice system. We call upon patience and resisting the rush to judgment until all the facts are in. Unless the state has proven these allegations beyond any reasonable doubt, Ms. Fieramusca remains innocent. In addressing further media requests, we ask if you are reporting on this matter that you report the entirety of our press release above. We understand the need to pare down information for click-worthy headlines. However, in many cases, we have seen our releases parsed into disingenuous fractions and even a one-word quote. A fair reporting will include the entirety of our release and honestly shine light on the plight of many accused in our criminal justice system enduring the same treatment. While we appreciate your desire for further information, potential live interviews, and other requests, we are not prepared to address anything further precisely because we have been kept in the dark. Once we have had an opportunity to receive and digest the case materials, this may change, and we appreciate your patience. Thank you for your time and consideration. So as you can see, everything is kind of moving in the right direction now. Megan's original court date has been changed multiple times, but last we were told she was supposed to appear in court on Monday, February 3rd, which is just less than a week away. So with these new charges, I'm not sure if that will change, but I will definitely keep everybody up to date. This is a case I'm following very closely, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. And as soon as I have more information, I will definitely bring it to you guys. See you when I see you. Bye.